Today, the emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of mpox in eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. In addition to other outbreaks of other clades of mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Murchach double honor to the beloved elders and the apostles like great millstone that taught me his truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with another update of what the WHO, the Whovillians, Lord willing that this lesson does not get flagged, because this is purely for educational or entertainment purposes only, So understand that these elites in power have another set of pandemic plans for you. And these Babylonians that got so comfortable that quickly forgot about how bad COVID got, about how intense the fear tactic was to get everybody to take that thing, And this is all a playbook that is playing out before your eyes, really, because we saw during COVID, and everybody was aware of it, that a lot of the government powers were transferred over to these type of organizations like the WHO, the CDC, and also these other places that have so-called the facts of how to take care of a outbreak, such as one like this, and we all know what it's talking about, the MPOX. So, I don't know if that word is even flagged in the algorithm yet, so you have to understand that, medical misinformation and the stuff that they block, and this account is already shadow banned. I know there's brothers that have told me that they don't get the notifications for when I post videos, even though they have the bell on and stuff like that. Which it happens. We know it's all Esau, but this word must continue to go out, and the message and bell, the horn, the trumpet, all the alarms are going off right now, and it's the prophets that are telling you, and we have been telling you since the end of the last so-called pandemic, when we came out of the lockdowns, which they're going to do it again. And it's going to be lockdowns maybe for multiple reasons, not just the pandemic. It's going to be like Klaus Schwab says, it's going to be the year of polycrisis, and polycrisis means 5. So what is that? War, famine, natural disasters, pandemics, and lack of electricity or basic utilities to live. And all these things are in the playbook. So you have to understand that it's that prophets that are piecing these things together for you, because conspiracy, so-called people that are woke, they know these things are happening, but they don't piece together why it's happening and for who it's happening, the reason for. Why is to usher in the kingdom, and who is for the Israelites. And you will not understand why these things are happening unless you understand the scriptures, which is why that's what we use to piece these things together. But this is information out there for the brothers. They need to understand that these things are coming down the line, and just to be aware. News update. Trump is blowing. This is Ephesians 5:11 at the NLT. Take no part in the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. Instead, expose them. And I like this in the NLT. I'll show it in the KJV just so you can see. But this is Ephesians 5:11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. I'm going to go back to the NLT. But I like that NLT in this one because it says expose them, which is what we do in this truth. And we lift up the skirt of Esau and show the world, exactly what the truth really is. We're and then lifting up the skirt is an analogy of opening the curtains on somebody, like if you're at a Broadway show. You know how the huge curtains go from, there's a big one that goes to the left and a big one that goes to the right. It's exposing the thing. Also, like the Wizard of Oz, how you had that magician behind that sheet, and as soon as one of the, I can't remember who, it's been a minute, they pulled that sheet to the side and they saw it was just a little old Edomite, fucking frail ass motherfucker that was controlling the whole so-called known universe of them. As a great Wizard of Oz. So-called. But all goes back full circle of Esau and his deceptiveness. Satan is the adversary, devil is the deceiver. And these are all characteristics of Esau Edom, and he's playing it out to a T. Even though this is a so-called, melanated man, but this is a East Indian. He's not even, he's not black. Let me tell you that. So-called. But you have to understand that they have intricate plans on society. They do psychological warfare. They have to constantly keep you in a state of fear so that your whole vibration and your whole energy is focused on looking at them for help, and them being Esau, Edom, the government, and whatever authoritative powers that the elite have put over the populations of the citizens. But this is Psalms 83 because this is nothing new under the sun. These devils have had plans going ever since they got into power. Now they just have the technology to have things moving quickly, especially because they know they have, a short time. This is Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And the hidden ones are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up and consist of the 12 tribes of Israel. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Zion is Tazayawan in the Hebrew, which is my monument, because we are the representation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai here on earth. We are his people. Understand that, just like there's a wicked, which are Esau, Edom, a balance to fulfill prophecy, only to fulfill prophecy, nothing more, other than to be slaves, and the purpose that we will serve, that they will serve for us, because you can't think that these heathen are gonna be able to rule in this side of the world and have a peace in the kingdom. Nah, man, and we're not gonna be enjoying the kingdom, and one day some Russians come up out of nowhere and jump us, man. It ain't gonna happen. That's outlandish. We have to understand that a lot of this stuff is coming down the pipe. It says, verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they try to do with their depopulation, bringing in a new world order, and ultimately bringing in that charagma, which those that took the juicy juice are most likely going to take the charagma, unless the Lord chooses to have mercy on them. If they fell for that weak-ass scare tactic that got so many people, they're going to fall for the next one, and it's only going to get worse from there. And understanding that this is all coming full circle, as the scriptures say. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And confederate is like a band of nations. All the heathen have had a part in the slavery of the Israelites. And it goes to list the other ones. In verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom, aka the so-called, self-proclaimed white man, and the Ishmaelites, self-proclaimed Arabs of Moab, Chinese, so-called, and the Hagareans, which is also another section of the Arabs, which would be Ishmael as well. So all these nations have had a part, and then it goes to Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, Philistines would be Ham, Ammon, which would be Japanese, Amalek, understand that, the little hats. So all these nations have had a part and are confederate with the agenda that these wicked elite want to push to either get the people, juiced up in the sense of making these things mandatory, or also, most importantly, their main agenda is pushing that charagma. So this is just one of many steps towards that. And as a watchman, this is something I just wanted to bring bring to the attention, make it short and sweet, and Lord willing, this lesson was edifying because these things are happening and it takes a prophet, Yahweh Ratazah, I be accepted, and the message, that the brothers bring that stand side by side to me saying the same thing, hopefully it'd be accepted because we're the only ones that can bring you the truth. We're the only ones that can piece together, these things like I mentioned in the beginning, so Lord willing that came out a little bit more educated with understanding the situations and why. And till next time, Lord willing, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakatash, that belongs to the beloved elders, the apostles, great millstone. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. This is your brother Mar from the GMS Boise Idol Camp, coming at you with, another quick hitter news update. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.